We're going to be discussing advertising in newspapers. In the past decade, the UK national newspaper advertising market has halved from 1.2 billion to 600 million this year.
There's some amazing copywriting for headlines.
Oh my God. I forgot this still happens. I forgot that papers are still printed and that people are still spending money on them. Welcome to The Fake Marketer.
You're welcome.
Nick's back.
Hello.
How are we?
All right, evening.
Evening?
Everyone's like, I thought they did it in the mornings.
No, every night, Monday night, unless I'm away.
Yeah.
Like clockwork. Well, today, we're going to be discussing advertising in newspapers.
Okay.
Oh, broad shit.
And I just asked the question, what about newspapers? So
I'll tell you the story.
yeah.
So I was round me nan and granddad's this weekend, being a good grandchild like I am. And now they've got a paper there, which they get every day. Legend. Had a little flick through. Read a bit about the Queen because it's 100 days, a year since she died, passed away. Had a little tear in my eye over that. 100 years. A year. No, not 100 years. They got to the middle, and I started seeing all this, the old advertising, like, travel supermarket, beds and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot this still happens. I forgot that papers are still printed and that people are still spending money on them.
Yeah. And there ain't any freebies anymore either.
There's no freebies anymore. But before we go on to that, how are we, Nick?
All right.
How's the running?
Not gone anywhere. I haven't done any running.
Why?
Because I've had problems with my leg, didn't I? But that's fixed now. Oh, no, I did go for
Your
a run.
hammy?
Sorry, no, I did go for a run. Last weekend. Yeah, last weekend I did a 6K. Just
So
a slow
long.
one. You told me, didn't you? I need to go out for a run and it probably just needs stretching out and a bit running. So I've been stretching and I went out for a run.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I felt it. But it wasn't a painful. It was just a bit like it was a
Bit tight.
Tight.
Yeah, a bit tight, yeah.
Yeah, but I took it easy. It was right. That's all the running I've done,
Okay.
really.
You need to get back on that, really.
I know I do, yeah.
Okay.
It has
We're
to be-
going to the gym later.
Yeah, we're going to the gym in a minute, aren't we, after this. Going to feed the guns.
Feed the guns, indeed.
I'm a bit talking of newspapers, actually. This is like, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I clean my windows at home using a newspaper.
And vinegar?
Vinegar if I need to, but otherwise I use a bit of window spray.
Okay.
And I have to buy a newspaper now. What happened to the freebies? Like a free courier local paper and stuff. They're all like
You have
over
to
a
pay
quid.
for it. Yeah, yeah.
It's all £1.25, so that annoyed me. But
Did you even read it?
no, I just buy it to clean the windows with. But I still, talking of newspaper advertising, actually, I still only today got our local advertising newspaper through. I looked through it to see what I might need. Because I'm always, today this weekend I had a piece of paper in the kitchen. You know how like you got your work surface, and I think you've got one same builder as me, isn't it? Have you got like the work surface, and then up around the corner before the wall you've got like another tiling bit, so you've got an edge. Work surface doesn't just join a white wall. You've then got a little bit of the work surface going up the wall.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm with you now. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you've got some filler glue going around it. But I was holding a piece of paper, and the piece of paper went, so it's obviously split the filler and got underneath. So I was like, oh, that needs fixing. I could do it. Could I do it myself? Not really interested in doing that sort of stuff. So I looked through the thing thinking there must be a handyman in here. Didn't find one.
Wow. So you actually looked.
Yeah.
When was this?
Today.
Oh my God. What are the chances of us discussing this?
But so these advertising papers, like, when you go and sit in like a hairdresser's or something, and they'd have like the local Warwickshire magazine, wouldn't they? Where we had a client who did it up north. That girl, what was her company? She actually did the advertising magazine.
Oh, High Life North.
Yeah, that's what that
Laura.
was about, wasn't it?
Ledge.
That's what that was about. So newspapers. But yeah, I remember my only memory, what I'm sort of thinking when you say about newspaper advertising, is when we did stuff with Drayton Bird. And he goes back to, he's in his 80s now, so he goes back to the early days of advertising and with Ogilvy and all that sort of stuff. And he always used to say that even in those days, people would put an advert, and people still do it now, but they still don't put any way of tracking it, do they? And some of my old advertising copybooks actually talk about the fact that I can't remember who it was, the copywriter who came up with the idea of we need to put a coupon attached to the advert in the paper so that people would tear it out. And I think you talking about your grandparents, they'll remember, and there'll be people now who will remember doing those things. Like, so Grosvenor, who we do that, we taught one of our clients.
Yeah.
Perfect for them to do. If they're advertising in newspapers, tearing out something. And then, so back I was reading the article in one of these books I got, and it was talking about the fact that people would read the article, and then they'd write in it and send it back in to get their discount. But then the company would be able to keep track of what's working. Bet no one's doing that now, still.
Well, I didn't look properly. I was just, do you know what? I was actually more flabbergasted that, because I just totally forgot. I've not bought a newspaper for years and years and years and years.
Yeah, same.
And I couldn't. But actually, do you know
apart from cleaning windows.
So do you know? But genuinely, I really enjoyed reading it. Like, I really enjoyed. I was just sat there, just like, it was class. I really enjoyed.
Great place to go for ideas on headlines for your advertising.
So, Michael, you just put up some stats here. So,
It's from the Guardian this year.
So, since 2009, the number of national newspapers sold each day in the UK has plummeted from more than 9 million to less than 3 million, according to Ender's analysis.
That's a big drop.
But again, we've not bought them because it's all on your phone, isn't it?
Yeah.
And in the past decade, the UK national newspaper advertising market has halved from 1.2 billion to 600 million this year.
The annoying thing is, though, if you have to still buy it when it's on your phone or your laptop, because when I'm doing research for copy or something, and it will say, take me to an article. I'm on it for 3 seconds. It'll pop up saying register to
Not
the
BBC News and
£1.
stuff. It's not.
No, not for that sort of stuff.
No.
Guardian, Telegraph, and all that.
But it's a great way to get ideas. If you go onto the Daily Mail or some of these other papers that are free to use, and if you scroll down to where you see all the not adverts, but the actual, like, there's some amazing copywriting for headlines that really makes you read. Find out why so and so lost weight in only 2 weeks. You click it. The amount of people clicking it. I mean, it's perfect. So
some of the headlines, like, Michael, if you can do some research quickly now, like best ever newspaper headlines, like, there's some amazing ones. Like, if there's a fox involved, they always roll that one out. Like, there's some brilliant ones over the years.
But are people still advertising in papers?
Zip me up before you go for George.
Freddie Starr ate my hamster. Bin bagged.
Britain's fattest woman ate fridge and died.
Bin bagged. But are people going to be advertising in newspapers, big organisations, when we've got such a decline on print?
Well,
they can't track it unless they do it properly.
Well, no, unless they do it properly, I'll put certain things in there. But I was shocked by how many people were advertising, and again, I was more fixated on the travel ones because it was just offers, really. I mean, obviously there'll be some trackable telephone numbers in there as well, so those telephone numbers.
The travel's going to be massive at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, huge. But there were like a lot of products, like JML type products, like, for putting some gardening things on your knees, so you're not, when you're pruning all that stuff.
That onion cutting thing that I want.
No, I didn't see that. But obviously you've just brought it up there, Michael, 600 million.
Down to 300 in 12 years, though, more.
Was
Since
it?
2009.
Oh, well, okay.
So it's 15 years.
That's a lot of money still, isn't it? 600 million. 600 million.
Yeah.
My question is, will they still be getting a return?
If they're still doing it, probably. Don't you think? But then how many, the digital world has made us pay attention to our tracking, isn't it, and our metrics. Whereas I think offline TV advertising, things like that, it's hard to track, isn't it?
But is that just, and again, we work with people like Brazil Street are really big in that market.
Yeah, I was going to bring them up actually.
And they, they do a lot of, paid media of this ilk. And it's quite interesting. Do clients just, we know it's on TV, we know it's on radio, we know it's in newspapers. Is it just the norm of, it'll be all right? Whereas obviously if we put an ad live, it's like, where's the return?
Yeah. No.
So, no, it's just gone live. No, I know. Where's my return?
Yeah, I think there's going to be definitely an element of that. And maybe even the same companies who are doing it on digital, they're like, okay, there's the online, there's the offline. And, the offline thing, we kind of just we always spend $1 million. Do you know what I mean? But the agency's working on the online thing and getting whipped every day. Where's our return? We gave you 50 grand last year. Well, Brazil Street, didn't million like that. Nothing going on over here.
Chris and Peter
another easy day. Another easy day.
Cognac lads.
Got that Porsche yet? Yeah, order another one.
It's the Mad Men, isn't it? It's like those guys, the old.
Never watched that.
No, I haven't.
I need to watch it.
Apparently, I've heard Rider Past Street. Apparently,
yeah.
Rider Past Street.
Yeah,
but yeah, are they getting a return from it? Which we don't know. We're assuming they do, because they're continuing to do it.
It comes down to the tracking. They have to track it. And I'm going to, for next week, I'm going to have a look through a couple of papers at the back and see who I think is doing some good advertising. Before I wash the windows, I will have a look.
How often do you wash your windows?
Not as often as I should. I try and do it when the window cleaner comes around on the next couple of days to go around the house. It doesn't take me very long, but it hurts your arm. It does actually hurt your arm. And I did see an advert for a new window cleaner who says I do inside as well. And I was like, okay, I think you're selling to me here. If you can come inside and do it for another £7, I'll take that.
I wouldn't have.
Huh? What? Because he's going around your house, so you don't want to give him £7?
Yeah.
What, they're going around your house?
Or shoes and stuff.
I know what you mean. We just need to.
It annoy you.
Need to get a cleaner back and then just get them to do it.
You mean Abby?
Abby to do it, yeah.
Ledge. She was annoyed you stopped. Really annoyed.
Maybe she was annoyed you stopped.
Yeah, but I've got
she
an
can't
excuse.
tell you that though, can she?
No, she did. But it's because.
Why did she say I'm annoyed that they've stopped?
She was drunk one night. She's like, why? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, but do you know what? So Caroline's sister she cleans for people, same job, obviously. And she always repetitively, when we had it, saying, she is getting the easiest money ever. She said, I've seen your house. It's constantly immaculate. There's 2 of you in it. You don't do anything.
No.
Abby would walk in and go, yeah. Go around it, make it smell nice, put some lines in the carpet, leave.
I'll send her this. Yeah, Abby. There you go. There's some
It must
feedback.
have been the easiest thing.
Yeah, even my house. My house is clean.
But still, I've got to go and do it, which annoys me. So yeah, be back on that soon.
So, Mikey, you've got some stats here
I
for...
don't know where these are from. I was trying to find something, but I thought that was interesting.
So 61% of readers trust newspaper ads, as opposed to only 42% who give credibility to online ones.
Yeah, that's because of the amount of idiots out there doing crap. And I'm not talking about like idiots who don't know how to advertise. I'm talking more like spammers, spam email, all this sort of stuff. If you haven't got an ads blocker on your bloody Google, you're attacked by it, aren't you? And how many people are, older generation know about ad aware and all that, all that ad stuff.
Yeah.
So you're just seeing it flashing up everywhere, aren't you? So I kind of get it. You're in control of it when you're in a newspaper.
What's that? Not that stat, but there's that little saying, isn't there?
Older generation, though, definitely making those.
There's a stat, or like I said, some little saying around. If you write a book, you're more credible. Whereas if you just did a vlog, you're not. So I can't.
You're classed as an author, aren't you? You're credible because you're an author.
Yeah,
which
I
is
guess
why
that's
people write books.
Yeah, and it's the same point, isn't it? Like I thought about writing one.
I've thought about writing one as well. I wrote that little one, didn't I, years ago? Remember, we used it as a Facebook ad.
Yeah,
It worked.
Sorry, Michael.
I said you write a book.
Yeah.
What about?
I've got a story, Michael.
About your life, or?
No one wants to hear that. About marketing.
ChatGPT, write it. Isn't it?
You would. You could.
Yeah.
You could now. But pull that back up. There's another stat that I really liked in there, actually, Michael, which was around about the sixth one down, which was here you go. So in general, 80% of traditional mail is opened, while only 80% of emails is disregarded and not opened.
That should actually be are disregarded.
80% of traditional mails open, whereas 20% of emails are open.
Which is about right, actually. So yesterday when I got home and I went all through my mail, which I've
Bad
had.
English again.
I've been hoarding in my office, and I went through it all actually, and I did open every one, checked it, straight in the.
While collecting post.
Yeah, I've been trying to do it for weeks, but I've just not had time. So it was my little Sunday job yesterday.
Yeah.
So just because you get less of it then?
Yeah, that's why I do.
You get hundreds of emails.
We
you
get-
only get like 10 letters.
I get so many.
Yacht companies, Rolex.
Do
Outdoor.
you tell you who sends us the most posts, Nick? And by us, I mean the business. iWoker.
Oh yeah, they're all over, aren't they?
The fund they do funding,
Yeah.
so like business loans and stuff.
Yeah.
F off. Just go away.
It's gonna, but it works. But it works.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, those carry on. Yeah. I reckon they'll be calculated enough to know what's working, not working. Business like that.
Yeah, no, true. But you know, when you're just like, oh, I see the logo now, I just disregard it straight away. But saying that, if I wanted a loan, I'd probably think of them and Funding Circle.
So they've done their thing. haven't they?
Front of mind, that's what we always say. It's a fair play.
Yeah.
But no, the newspaper one, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'd love to know some actual stats of people that are doing it, what their results are like.
Because how would they ever measure it?
Well, we said trackable telephone numbers. That's the main one.
It's only if somebody like sends something off, because you can't really do it.
No, but telephone numbers. So the telephone number will be
Trackable
different.
People who ring the number,
Yeah, so that telephone number will be just for that particular newspaper. So when we were doing stuff for the funeral home guys, they all had trackable telephone numbers across all their media, radio, TV, newspapers, the lot. So that would be the main one. But it was just brought me back. I was like, okay. And the local one's interesting because I went look for our local one the other week, the Whitnash Times, just to see who was advertising. I was more curious than anything else.
Yeah. Window cleaners.
Just the normal stuff. Even when I took Quincy Bath City play on Saturday, first game by the way, up the Romans. You've no. Nick's face there, just have no idea why. Bath City FC play at Twerton Park, and the nickname of the Romans.
Oh, okay.
Up the
I
Romans.
sort of got that.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know.
I paid no interest to it.
No,
it
fine.
was-
But it's Quinn's first game, no, Nick.
Okay,
Big-
pushing into football.
Well, no, it's just it's a rite of passage, not for yourself or because you're not into football. But it's big. But it had to be Twerton Park. But anyway, so on their programme, I was like, there's advertisers in there. and you just know, don't you? Like, it's a window clean or it's like a local solicitor. And it's like, they get no money from this. None at all. There's no return on this. This is just
being there.
Well, no, this is just I'm supporting the club. So this isn't like a traditional newspaper. This is just I'm going to help out. But I was still sort of going around going, I have a little giggle to myself.
Yeah. But then someone might go, need someone. Have a look through it.
Well, we've
someone's
got
memory.
boards up at Racing Club Warwick. That's some social love.
Have we?
Yeah, we've got 2 there.
Oh, okay.
Never had anything from it. It was when we first started. I was like, just
sponsor the kit or something.
no billboards around
Just the billboards. No.
around the side of the pitch. We're there.
Okay.
It's like 90 quid. I was trying to get some work off someone, so I was like, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's traditional newspapers.
I think my parents met through a newspaper.
Yeah. Please find out more for next week.
Michael,
Yeah.
can you elaborate? Just
As in like original dating
Yeah,
was
like,
a newspaper.
like a kind of
The Telegraph.
Not like Lonely Heart. Like a thing where you put like a thing in the newspaper.
like a traditional Tinder.
I think so, yeah.
Oh my God.
I think for next week, can you elaborate on this
Yeah,
Okay.
and find out exactly what happened?
I want to
I
know.
want to say that that's the truth.
Okay, I think we need to know. These are the details for next week, right?
I think my mom put the ad in.
Okay.
How old are your parents?
Not that old. My mom was born of those.
Anyway, so there's a couple of pieces of homework. You've answered the first question. I was going to say, who put the original ad out? And what did that ad say? Probably not exactly, because they probably will lie to you, but I'd like to know.
Desperate to.
I'd love to know.
In my head, I've got there like 180 to have done that.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm 45, and she's 13 years older than me.
Yeah,
So she's 58.
Nick, the world over the last 10 years has just gone different.
I know,
isn't it?
but when did you last hear that someone putting an advert in a newspaper
What, for dating?
for dating?
I don't know, Nick. 'Cause,
I think it's incredible.
Have you seen those things where it's like, I think they have them in newspaper, where people like who want to like reconnect with somebody that they like missed. They go like, oh, I sat across from you on this train, but I never said anything.
well, that's like James Blunt. You're beautiful.
Yeah, like it'll be people who like, will be like, oh, we used to be at school, but we lost touch. Can anyone find this person again?
Friends Reunite. Remember that?
Friends Reunited.
Like that, but in
I was on that.
People like print it in the newspaper.
Yeah, we just got Facebook.
That came out when I came back from travelling.
You just got you went travelling.
Yeah.
No, but that's if you don't know anything about them. It'll be like, oh, I was on this train to Newcastle and she had a red bag. Like, they don't know her name or anything, but they'll just be like,
Yeah.
I don't even know who this is.
Yeah.
Well, that's like James Blunt. That's where he used to see a girl in the tube. You're beautiful.
Yeah, and there was another song that he was on an interview. I can't remember. I'll ask you when they're in the car. That there was there's quite a lot of background to some of his, but some of it's like some of it's like really stupid. Like he admits it's like ridiculous. Why
Yes.
the grim meaning of that.
But the guy's a genius.
Yeah.
So that's traditional newspapers, Nick.
Thank you for having me.
Maybe we could put an advert out for Let's On Social or MIB
Yeah.
or
Maybe not.
or the As Clinic into the Daily Mail.
No.
No. Well, I've been Nick. He's been James.
Yeah.
See you later.
Nice to be Michael.